true to our calling, to be true to the next version of ourselves that wants to be birthed into the world. It's about what we're not doing. It's about what's not happening. It's about the things that we're not moving through. And it won't be linear. It won't always be optically apparent to everybody around you. It won't always fit into a nice, tidy box. It won't fit into a movie script. It will be something that feels a little bit strange, maybe a little bit wild. It might be sometimes you'll feel very much like you're getting things done, and sometimes you feel like you're attracting back in. So this is a really, really great time to just accept that.
Good morning, beautiful soul. Woo! These last few days I've been feeling a bit of anxiety, and I think I go through cycles like with most people where either I'm trying to numb out my anxiety or I am trying to like sit with it and do it like the healthy way, which is like sit with it and allow myself to feel things. But I think like it is hard to be human, and so sometimes you do try to like scroll or, you know, have a drink or this or that. But I think like lately I am trying to like sit with it, and I think being strong on the inside, I think inner strength is making decisions for yourself tomorrow morning instead of making decisions for yourself in the moment, because in reality I think when we make decisions in the moment to numb ourselves, it's coming from a place of fear of feeling instead of love. Anyway, she's so deep. I think that when you have a lot of projects going on, it's not that there's like a lot at risk, but you are sort of responsible for your vision. For example, when you're working on music, like there's always so many different choices you can make. And I'm sure that, you know, whether you are creative and you paint or whatever you do, there's always like multiple choices. And I think the hard thing is that it's not that there's a right and a wrong choice. It's that all of the choices are right, and so you just have to pick the one that you vibe with the most, basically. And I think that sometimes it's a lot of responsibility. Anyway, I'm excited because I have a concert on July 4th, and it's gonna be the last one in Paris for a while. Then I go to Berlin and Brussels, and then I think I'm gonna go do like a little residency with a friend, then come back, and I have a friend visiting me in September. So everything's kind of going very quick. But meanwhile, I'm working on some music production. I've actually just signed up for a course on how to mix and master your own tracks. I think it can be like a bit frustrating, for example, when you have this vision in your head, and then when you get to mixing and mastering, because you don't know how to do it, like you don't know the techniques, you sort of have to pass that on to someone else who isn't in your head. And as much as you can try to explain it to them, like I can't tell you how many times I've just been like disappointed or like, and that's normal because like they're not in your head and they have their own vision. So I'm trying to empower myself by expanding my technique so that I can make it sound exactly how I want in my head. I've been taking these online classes with Skillshare, and I'm really excited because they're actually partnering with me on this video, and this is perfect because I am honestly so excited about all their classes. If you want to level up in any area of your life, whether that is music, painting, anything creative, even if you wanted to start a YouTube channel, Skillshare is the place to do it because they have thousands of classes across film, illustration, and they are the largest online learning community for creatives. And having said that, what I think is really cool is you can learn at your own pace. For example, I said like I want to get better at the guitar, I want to get better at the bass. However, I know that I want to start with mixing, I want to start with mastering. And so if there are like many things that you're interested in, then you don't have to choose. You can do it all at your own pace. And they have these really cool like learning paths. So you are kind of like stacking your learning week by week at your own pace as well, and you can really see the progress. So I'm personally really excited to expand my skill set, empower myself, and turn my sort of oh, I want to learn how to do that. Oh, it would be cool if I knew how to do that, to like, I actually know how to do it. And so I would definitely encourage you guys to check it out as well. They're actually offering the first 500 people to use my link down below a 1 month free trial. So yeah, make sure to check out the link and see like all the amazing classes that they have on there. But like I said, it's only the first 500 people, so make sure if you are interested to go ahead and do that. So it is a beautiful day, and like I said, I think I'm gonna go head down to Chinatown and maybe go out, have a little lunch, celebrate myself, maybe put on a little dress. I don't know. It's just gonna be a good day, and I'm excited to take you guys along with me. My favorite one. I like this blue one. I also really like this. Hello? You're gonna die. Okay. So first of all, every time I wake up in the morning, I tell myself, I'm gonna receive a gift today. I'm gonna receive a gift. Look at this gift. You're gonna die. Actually, you might not care, but... So, when I tell you, I've been eyeing this baby for a long time, but they were selling it for like 150 euros, and I love the Naga dragons because they like protect your house, and I just think this is so beautiful. And I was walking through the shop looking for dishes and things, and I saw it was marked for 10 euro. This 10 euro, ow, 10 euro. And I was like, this has to be a mistake because normally it's like over 100. And the guy was like, no, like I dropped it the other day. I had to glue it back together, so I'm only selling it for 10. I was like, baby, this is mine. This is my gift. I just think it's so beautiful. I love dragons. Yeah. So I want to show you guys some of the stuff I got. If you guys live in Paris and you guys like sort of like Chinese design from the 80s, I don't know, that's like a niche that I really like. Like I love, because it also kind of goes hand in hand with like old Parisian design. It's like, I don't know how to explain how they go together, but like I feel like my apartment is like half like old Parisian and half like Asian inspired. I think ever since I went to Thailand, I've been really inspired. There's just like a dreamy, whimsical feeling around it. So I'm gonna show you guys. So to start off, I feel like this is not interesting content, but I don't know, I just think it's kind of fun. So to start off, I got 2 of these, $1 a piece. I just think they're so cute. I love them. Sometimes I'll put like little tulips in them. And then I got bowls to match them. And then I got these to put my plants in on, like, you know, like when you're watering your plants. I just think they're so cool looking. I got 4 of those, plus two vases, plus, and like the bowls and the cups, I each got 2 of them, plus my Naga dragon. Plus I also got this to like put my forks and knives in. So yeah, all that for 30 euros. I feel like that's a very good deal. Anyway, so definitely recommend. My plumbing got fixed. Also, if you live in Paris, I found like a really good plumber. He like found me like kind of like the cheapest option, but also got the job done. Just was really cool. So I can give you guys his contact if you're in Paris and searching for one, because I feel like you either have to get lucky or you don't. You know what I mean? Like you have to test out a lot of, for someone who had the experience like doing my electricity, I think the hard thing in life is like you don't know until you hire someone a lot of times. Like sure, they can have like good Google reviews, but that doesn't really mean anything anymore because you can always pay for those. There is a butterfly like kind of glued to my ceiling because I've been sleeping with the windows open because it's been very hot. And it's weird because I had someone tell me that I was going to see some butterflies lately, and this one's just hit. Why did they say that? Like, look at it, it's just up there. Maybe that isn't a butterfly, maybe that is a moth. I don't know, whatever.
Snobby prints and polka dots. Your hair is long, your face is warm. I don't know how I ended up here. Ça va? Tes cheveux, t'es incroyable! Bien, j'adore! C'est toi qui l'as fait? Ouais. C'est trop bien.
Moi j'en avais trop marre, c'était
C'est trop stylé.
mardi soir, j'étais en mode demain matin, je me lève et je me coupe les cheveux.
Ça te va?
It's really hot in Paris right now. So I have to sleep with the windows open, which can be really nice, but then last night like this car alarm went off. And I think it's like a hard balance living in a city, and like most days I feel really good, but sometimes I just get like pissed off about like stupid people, you know? Which is why I avoid the metro at all costs. As long as I don't have to take the metro, I'm fine, and I will take my bike everywhere, but I just get annoyed with people. I just got back from band practice. It's about like 7 p.m. and I'm so grateful to have my music residency, because without it I definitely would never have written my live show. I would never have met a bassist because I wouldn't have like a place to rehearse. But to get there every day, I have to take like the metro an hour because it's a little bit outside of Paris, and I'm carrying my electric guitar and my synthesizer. This is extremely heavy on your back. And when I have to get into the metro, like some people just don't fucking move, and I'm like, move your ass. Move your ass. Anyway, I was working really hard this year. I don't want to say working really hard. I made it a priority this year, I think, to place more of an emphasis on my physical communities, my IRL communities, because I feel like over the last few years I really tried to develop like online communities, for example YouTube, Patreon, even like little online projects like the Instaplay. But I think that it's important as well to have communities in real life. I mean, I feel like I'm stating the obvious, but I feel like something I was thinking about today is like before the internet, I think that we all just thought that we were very, in our own way, like weird, and there was no one like us. And then the beauty of the internet is like once we started connecting to others online, we realized that actually like we're not so different than a lot of people. But then it's kind of a double-edged sword, because you realize that you're not so different than a lot of people. However, most of those people you will never meet in real life or have access to because they don't necessarily live around you. And so it doesn't make you less lonely, because although you know you're not like some weird, like one of a kind type person, and that is like a bittersweet feeling, because you know, it is kind of nice to think like, oh, like no one's like me, but in reality it's comforting to be like, oh wait, there are actually people like me, but at the same time, like, you don't have access to them in real life, because our physical realities do not facilitate connecting to others like online realms do, you know? So this is why the internet, I feel like, is so important to people, and why it has kind of taken precedent for most people over their physical realities. I'm not saying that like people think the internet is more important than their real friends. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that most everyone I know spends a lot of time online scrolling, and a lot of times like the photo or the video of the experience becomes more important than the actual experience. And it's because these social communities online have kind of become more developed than the ones in real life. You know what I mean? Like, I think in my life I've only met like a few people truly that I think like, oh, we are very similar, like to the sense of like we just get each other, like click right away. But like on YouTube I get tons of comments from people where I'm like, oh, like they get me, I get them, you know? So obviously like you're attracted to the online space. However, all of this to say, this year I really made it a priority to sort of find more of like an equilibre, more of like a balance, because I do think that, yeah, it is important to like meet with people in the physical realm. And so I did that by doing this residency, collaborating on projects. I'm collaborating with a friend on her theater project. I'm trying to create my own theater project, and it's not because I like really need to either, because to be fair, when you're a musician, as like if you're a musician today or an artist today, you don't actually necessarily need to expose your work in like a physical space. Like I could just share my music online and that would be enough. But it's not even because I have to, it's because it's like it's nice to, you know what I mean? Like it's nice to be like, I want to feel things, like I want to feel things with my hand, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? I want to like, yeah. So anyway, it's almost like an indulgence now. It's like I'm indulging myself, almost like when you eat an ice cream to do like a project in real life. I'm like, ooh, like it's like an actual in real life project. Wow. It's almost like when you take a photo with like with a film camera. It's like, ooh, very extravagant. And it's like the same thing with like in real life communities. It's like, wow. But it does like fill a spot in your heart, I guess. Anyway. And then I was actually talking to my bassist today because we have band practice, and we were talking about wanting to start a project, which I will not say the title of the project yet because it might change. But basically the idea is because we want to organize like shows and host shows or events, and make it like this DIY underground type thing. And I think that could be really cool because, like I said, like I want to find this balance between IRL and internet, you know? It's funny because I honestly feel like the physical realities is almost taking the place that internet used to be. Like the internet used to be like this frivolous, silly thing, and now like in real life meetings are like that. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's so sad. It's not really that sad, to be honest, because the reason for this is like in real life cannot catch up to how fast we're able to connect online. So I think like the solution to that is finding ways for them to supplement each other, you know? Like never in a million years, had it not been for internet, would I have been able to get out of art school and been able to like be a full-time creative. All of that is possible because of the internet. feel like I was born for the internet. Like, yeah, I was like sitting down kind of exhausted and just thinking about this whole thing of like how lonely it can feel sometimes to be like a lone wolf, which is like a weird thing to say. Like, it's not even like a physical thing either, because I have so many people I could call and hang out with. It's a mental thing. Like, I just don't meet that many people that are like me mentally in real life. Online, yes, but like in real life, people either think, here's the thing that people think about me, they either think I am like on drugs, because people think I'm on drugs because I'm just like spacey, but I'm not actually spacey. I'm actually really fucking smart. It's just, I just have like a different way of processing things, and people always think it's so funny. Like, I think it's just like really annoying. But I also think that being underestimated my whole life has really gotten me to where I am today. Like, when I was in school, people would always be like, oh, she's like Luna Lovegood, because I was just like happy, and but I would always get better grades than them. I would always do fucking more than they would. And I think it's just really annoying to feel like people think you're stupid just because you're earnest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a very earnest person, and I kind of like say what's on my mind, and I just process like things differently than other people. And some of you guys in the comments like to diagnose me like, oh, are you on the autism spectrum, or are you ADHD? And I'm like, I don't know, probably. What difference does it make, really? You know? We just all hurt each other. Nothing surprises me anymore. God, I'm in a mood. Whatever, fuck. Hey, it's a few days later. I'm no longer in that weird sort of like low vibe mood, and I almost didn't even like include that in the video. But I also think it's good sometimes to share when you're sort of having those moments of like not feeling so great, because I think that we all go through that, you know? And I also think that it's important because I think some of you guys might feel similar sometimes about loneliness and about, yeah, just maybe feeling different. So hopefully it'll make you feel less alone. The next video is going to be of my concert, and it's a lot more joyful. I think all we want in life is just to connect to others. And so that's what this vlog is all about. You know, weird days connecting to others. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content from me, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.